What? The demon in my dreams is real. If that's true, then everything changes. So this story starts out like many of my other stories do with a dream. I was having these lucid dreams where I could fly. And it was really cool because normally I coo and fly in my lucid dreams. And every night, I would have this recurring dream where I was flying over a city, and I would see this girl, and she would be laying down on a roof. She would be looking up at the moon, and she had long flowing red hair. And I didn't know who this girl was or why. I kept seeing her in my dreams, but it was very strange. Then one night I decided to go to the roof in my dream and talk to her, and I was gone, finally get some answers. So I went up to the roof, and there she was, just laying down looking at the moon. So I walked over and I sat next to her and I said, "Hey, I keep dreaming about you. Who are you?" And she turned to me and she looked at me for a moment and she said, "You know who I am?" I was like, "No, I don't know who you are. That's why I'm asking you." And she stood up and she started walking away from me, and I got more frustrated. I was like, "Hey, I want an answer. Hey, 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 hey." And then I woke up. Now, normally, when I have a lucid dream, I can control my dream, and I can do whatever I want. But for some reason in this dream, I could uncontrol it. Like I was having trouble controlling my lucid dream, and so I was getting pissed off because I was like, I'm not going to let this stupid dream beat me. So I tried to go back to sleep to try to go back into the dream to confront the girl again and get an answer out of her. So I went back to bed, and I fell asleep, and I went back into the same dream, and I went right to the roof, and there she was again, sitting down looking at the moon, and I got mad. I was like, "Hey, hey, 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 hey," and she just ignored me, and she just kept looking at the moon. And I do want to know if you've ever been frustrated in a lucid dream where you KA and control it, but it's one of the worst feelings ever. That it's like your mind is playing a trick on you and you can't wake up, and you can't leave the dream. You're trapped in this stupid dream and you just want to punch something. You just want to smash something. And so I did. Started smashing things and glass started shattering everywhere, and I heard footsteps coming onto the roof and I was like, oh great, now someone's going to come and stop me from smashing things. But then a guy came onto the roof, and he was trying to stop me from smashing things. He was helping me smash things. So we smashed things together and it felt really good. Because I was like, yes, someone else here is not afraid of this crazy chick who's not talking to me. So then we smashed some more things, and then we stopped. And we looked over at the girl and she stood up and she said, "That was fun. Let's do it again tomorrow night." Then I woke up. Now the whole time while I was having this dream, I was fighting to keep my lucidity. I was fighting to stay awake in the dream because I did unwant to lose control of my lucid dream. And I was scared. I don't know why I was scared. All I knew was that I didn't want to lose control of my dream. I wanted to stay in control of my dream. When I woke up, I got up and I got on my computer and I went to my dream journal and I opened it up and I started writing down my dream. Well, when I wrote down the word demon, my computer screen went black and my computer shut off. Now this has never happened to me before. Ever in my life has my computer freaked out. When I was writing down a word in my dream journal, so I thought, okay, let's write it down again. So I turned my computer back on and I opened up my dream journal and I started writing down the word demon again, and my computer shut off again. This has never happened to me before. I do not understand how a word in a dream journal could cause my computer to freak out like this. So I thought, okay, let's take it a step further. Maybe it's the word demonic. Maybe it's the word demonia. So I wrote down the word demonia, and my computer shut off again. This is freaky. How does a word cause a computer to shut down? So I thought, well, maybe it's the actual entity itself. Maybe it's trying to tell me that the demon from my dream is actually real. And if that's true, then everything changes, because if the demon from my dream is real, then everything changes. So I decided to do one last experiment. So I went to the website of the demon from my dream, and I started reading about it. And I found out that the demon from my dream was a female demon, and she was a succubus. She's also a demon of lust and temptation. She usually appears in the form of a beautiful woman to men, and she leads them into temptation and sin, and she feeds off their sexual energy. I thought, wow. So the demon from my dream is a succubus, and she was looking up at the moon, and she had red hair, and she was wearing a dress, and she was just sitting there looking beautiful. And I thought, I haven't seen this demon in my dream in years. Why is she suddenly appearing in my dreams now? Well, I thought it was a sign that I needed to reconnect with her, and I needed to ask her what she wanted from me. So I closed my computer and I laid down on my couch, and I closed my eyes and I focused on falling asleep, and I visualized the demon from my dream, and I imagined her standing in front of me and said, "Demon from my dream, I know you're listening to me. I know you're watching me right now. I know you have a message for me. Please tell me what you want from me." I closed my eyes and I waited. And all of a sudden, I heard a voice in my head, and it said, "I want you to become a better writer." And then the voice faded away, and then I woke up. Now, normally when I do a dream ritual, the entity will either appear in my dreams that night, or I'll have a visit from the entity in my room. Neither of those things happened. But what did happen was that the next morning when I woke up, I was filled with inspiration, and I wrote for hours and hours and hours. I didn't stop writing. I didn't eat. I didn't drink. I didn't use the bathroom. I just wrote, and I wrote. I must have written 10,000 words that day, because I was filled with so much inspiration. I didn't even have to think about what to write. It just flowed through me like I was a vessel, and the words were just flowing through me. And it was the best feeling ever, because I've always struggled with writing. I've always had trouble with writing. I've always wanted to be a writer, but I just couldn't put the words on paper. But after connecting with the demon from my dream, everything changed. Now, I don't know if this demon is a demon of truth or a demon of lies. I don't know if she's a demon from hell or a demon from heaven. All I know is that she helped me become a better writer. She helped me do what I love. She helped me achieve a lifelong goal of mine. And for that, I will be forever grateful. Now, this may seem like a dream story where I summoned a demon from my dream and it gave me what I wanted. But there's a twist to the story, because there always is in my dream stories. The twist is that the demon from my dream is still in my dreams, and she's still watching over me. Every night before I go to sleep, I can feel her presence in my dreams. I can feel her watching me. I can feel her whispering secrets to me. And I don't know what her intentions are. I don't know if she's trying to help me or if she's trying to trick me. But what I do know is that I'm not afraid of her anymore. In fact, I welcome her into my dreams every night, because I know that she's making me a better writer, and I know that she has a message for me. I just have to listen to her and trust her and follow her into the darkness of my dreams. And that's where our story ends. The demon from my dreams is real. And if that's true, then everything changes. Now I'd like to hear from you. What do you think of this dream story? Do you have any dream stories of your own that you'd like to share? If you do, please share them in the comments below.